Half of you are vastly underappreciating this moment, and you will not be invited to lunch today. She fixed, she heat, she has light bulb, she no scram. She's had a full-on facelift. All of this is, I was gonna say new, it's not, it's secondhand from someone else's oven, but it's new for her. And the display works, and the dials work, and the buttons actually do things. The point is that she's now useful, and I have not had a single argument with her since she came back home. So cute. So sweet. No foil, because wrapping it in foil is how you get steamed, soft skins and not crunchy, crispy skins, and we want crunchy, crispy skins. So this boy is going in completely naked for an hour and 20 minutes at 225 degrees Celsius. Good luck, my child. See you soon. And now welcome to the space underneath my staircase, my cavity, my void, demonetization bingo. That big hole in the wall right there. So when we moved in, this was actually a cupboard, which I'm fairly certain was not put in here when the building was built, because the craftsmanship. And you know how I feel about shoddy carpentry. I know I do a fair bit of shoddy carpentry, but I'm a hypocrite. So when we first moved in, we used that cupboard for storing my tools, which have now been moved into the kitchen, because I prefer having my tool cupboard in the kitchen, hit it with a hammer, eat a biscuit. That's my life. I would say that I took the cupboard down, but Dan actually took the cupboard down, which is something. And he is not the handy, I do all the handiwork. Everything handy. In the 11 years we've been together, I do all the handy stuff. But he wanted to be in charge of that job, so I cautiously stepped aside and left him to it. It went okay. He managed to take a huge chunk out of the wall. I think it's not healthy. Okay, you are no longer alive. Bearing in mind that buildings here are made of concrete, not wood and paper and all that other flimsy material. No, you took a chunk out of concrete, unscrewing a piece of wood. Screw faster! So I had to patch that over.
Hello.
It's okay, we love him, he's cute.
Ah, finally.
And as you can see, we moved the doggos into it because there really isn't space for them anywhere else. This house is 12 feet wide at the widest point, which is down there, and only about 10 feet maybe wide in this part that I'm in here now. So yeah, they, not optional, they had to go in there. But this is an ugly looking situation. Just the bed's just thrown in there, not loving it, not vibing with this lack of aesthetic. So my project for this week is turning this into a more aesthetically pleasing dog den that will actually go with the rest of the downstairs and look nice and be nice for the dogs as well, of course. Because at the minute they've got their two little beds, but you know how if you've got multiple dogs, particularly if you've got dogs of two different sizes, and so you have a small bed and a big bed, you know the small dog always sleeps in the big bed and the big dog always sleeps in the small bed. This is a rare thing you're seeing right now, that they are in the correct bed. This doesn't happen. And of course, sometimes both of them squish into the one tiny bed, because why not? So my plan is to turn the entire area into just one big bed, and they can share it, and nobody's being squished or in the wrong place, and hopefully it'll look nicer that way. I was gonna make a start now, but apparently it's nap time. Hi. Hello. Oh, okay, thank you. We're gonna move this stuff out. Yeah, we're gonna turn it into a proper bed for you. Oh, that'd be nice. My first priority is paint, because the walls in there are just nasty. They are just, and cleaning them is not going to work, and quite frankly I think it'll look lovely with a bit of colour. And if you're wondering what this awkward little box thing is here, this is for the water pipes. I think, well, some kind of pipes. Oh! Excuse me sir, you were not invited. What do you think you're doing? Well done. Professional. Apex predator right here. I think it escaped out the way it came in. I think it's gone. By the way, I'm gonna close the cupboard and pretend it doesn't exist. Like all my problems. I think we're safe. I was just sitting in here trying to come up with a painting plan, and I've realised that there's a load of holes that need filling. I would tell you to leave that sentence alone, but I know you'll ignore me, so do with it what you will. I'll need to spend this afternoon filling those in, so I'll move the painting till tomorrow, and that gives me a little more time to figure out what the heck I'm doing. Also, I have a very cute kitty. Hi. Oh, I love you so much. He's 7 now. If you missed it on my Instagram, it was his 7th birthday on April 24th. Yeah. You're an old boy. Yes, you are. Listen to her not scream. This is fantastic. That is fantastic also. Beautiful. Ouch, hot, hot, hot. Ooh. And that's what humans would look like if you took out all our organs. Just an empty skin. A little bit of cream cheese, some chopped basil, pink salt, black pepper, and a bit of sweet paprika, because I cannot help putting this stuff on everything. I have a plan. Those words are gonna end up etched on my gravestone. That will probably be the reason I'm dead. Spent some time on Pinterest, found some inspo from artist Jay Fleck. He did this design, which is beautiful and gorgeous, and now I'm going to make my own interpretation of that design and put it on in there is where I will put it. Is this going to go horribly wrong? Probably. Will I be regretting every decision I make and considering painting over the idea by the end of the project? It's likely. Do I possess an ounce of talent when it comes to painting? Taking this moment to appreciate the fact that my landlady is an older lady and probably does not watch YouTube videos for fun, so shouldn't ever come across this content. I hope. Alright, let's ruin this bitch. You can't say things like that. This is how you get demonetized. This is how you end up with no money. This is why you still don't own a fridge 4 months after moving into your home. My absolutely fantastical arrangement of colours, in case you can't tell, I mix my colours myself, which is why they all look like trash. I'm a cheap hoe, which means I only spend money on cheap white paint. And then I spend money on cheap food colouring. And then I make colours that don't last. And then I keep my empty paint pots so that I can make more atrocities later on when I'm in the mood. I do realise that I am standing on what is supposed to be the protective layer, and the paint is on the bare floor, and this is not how things should be. And yet I am doing nothing about it and continuing on with my dumbest behavior. I have this lovely shade of purple that I made accidentally. I didn't want to make purple, and I ended up making 2 tins of purple. So I'm gonna make it into a lighter purple, and I think this would be a nice like sky color, because you know the sky's purple. If you don't know what the sky looks like. Look, it's gonna be in the location on the mural where the sky would normally be, where you'd expect to see a sky. Therefore, no matter what color it is, you will assume it is the sky. And that is the kind of stupidity I am banking on to make this work.
Even if you tried, you wouldn't understand it. Maybe something's missing inside of you. Just a bit of sugar to that horrid bitter. Maybe you taste different. Hold up, baby. I can sit beside you while you're going on about your simple life. Nothing left you thinking that maybe you're not different. Toes.
I am in actual physical pain right now, trying to fight the urge to paint over this thing. I don't know what I was thinking with a mural. Me, I can paint block colors, okay? I can paint shapes. I can't turn those shapes into a coherent image. I can barely turn it into a coherent sentence. I'm gonna paint over it. You are not painting over it. For once in your life, finish what you started with the original idea.
Nothing left you thinking that maybe you're not different. Go on, blow up your ego, your undying ego.
Imagine being the kind of person who knows what they're doing. Just think about the amount of power that would come with being present with every decision that you make, instead of just tuning in halfway through and trying to connect the dots. Have I just made purple again? Why do I need more purple? I have 2 tins of purple. Did I bleed, or is that red food coloring? I couldn't possibly tell you what's happening. So this is a painting technique I like to call confused and struggling, in which we take water and we spray it directly onto the wall, and then you just like with full confidence that you know what you're doing. Calling myself out here. Every video you've ever watched of mine over the years, every DIY video, it's just in the confidence. I have no idea what I'm doing, ever. Kinda looks like a cloud. I guess it's a cloud. Put some orange in there? Why not? Who cares? There's no one to tell me no. There should be someone to tell me no. Why is there no one to tell me no? Is it blue? Ooh, what colour are the clouds in your world? Who cares? No one's visiting. Bit more rain. How authentic. I'm sure real artists, I was gonna say I'm sure real artists will critique me on this, but they have checked out. Unless you're an artist who's also into masochism, there is absolutely no way you're still watching. And if you're an artist who is still watching, I have news for you. But don't worry, we don't kink shame here. Is it a cloud? Is it a bagel? Who knows? Hey Erin, have you ever considered that that cloud may have been finished 37 sponges ago? Conjugate the verb to sponge. I spong. You spong, he, she, they spong, we sponge. All clouds are pretty clouds. No exceptions. That cloud looks like a spaceship. I would continue on, but I'm very distracted by how pretty the sky looks, and I want to go and photograph it. So, borrowing you for a minute. Hi, future editor Erin here to demonstrate yet more of my profound stupidity. Somehow, and I couldn't possibly tell you how, I have managed to permanently delete a day and a half of video footage. A day and a half of work, a day and a half of progress, a day and a half of context as well, because now I have to explain to you exactly what you should be watching right now that you're not watching, because stupid. SparkNote's version of events, I continued for several days off camera to have a crisis with myself, wrestling over the fact that I really wanted to paint over the mural before it was finished, but knowing that I shouldn't do that and I should continue painting it, which I eventually did, and actually went the other direction and ended up overpainting and doing a load of little weird details and stuff that I didn't intend to put in there, including this 4-year-old's version of a house. My dogs look like dinosaurs, there's fish, there's boats, there's a forest. I don't know why, it just kind of happened. I then measured, cut and painted the wood that was to be the border at the front of the dog den to keep all the bedding in the back of it, and I also measured, cut and stained a piece of wood that was going on top of the water pipe box to turn it into a cute little shelf thing, and that's pretty much where we got to. That's a much more condensed version of what actually happened, but hopefully you're caught up enough that the rest of the video will now make some kind of sense. They're nice. So now the final question is, do we love it? I think I might. I think I actually like it. He certainly does. I will be getting them a second blanket because that one's a little bit thin, but it's all I had that was big enough for this area, so it'll do for now. It'll be fine. Mission complete. Successfully, somehow. I don't know how that happened, but it seems to have, so great. You're gonna show off your skills. Ready? Good boy. Come on, John, you can do this. It's on camera. Well, never mind. I was gonna put their toys in the bed, but Bertie seems to be occupying them. Hi. Hello, can I? Oh, poor pink dog, he's all squashed. Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe you could sleep in your actual bed that I paid real money for. Whoop. I'm sorry, John. So, dog den finished. I can finally talk about the thing that was probably the reason you clicked on this video. I'm so sorry. I have to kind of click, I mean, it's not really clickbaiting because I am talking about the thing that I put in the title, but I'm putting it at the end, so you have to watch the whole video. Don't blame me, okay? Blame YouTube's algorithm that literally punishes me if I put dog in the title or cat. If it's not hamster, mouse, or some other kind of small animal, the video just gets completely tanked before it's even gone out. YouTube hates its creators. This is a fact. We all know this. They keep telling us they don't, but they do. But anyway, cage updates. Do you know what this is behind me? Of course you do. You figured it out. This, and what? This. It's the wood for the new cage. Now, if I'm being honest, I have had it a little while, but I wanted to get the dog stuff out of the way before I worked on this, so I've been keeping it in secret. I'm sorry for that. All three of these are Meltorp tabletops from IKEA because if you remember, I mentioned last time I talked about this, because of what is currently going on in the world, what is currently going on in the world, there is a massive lumber shortage. And that's obviously a problem because it means I can't build cages from raw wood like I would normally do, and I have to rely on furniture conversions. And this was the most reasonable price-wise option for me. These were 17 euros each, so all three of them come to about 51 euros, I think, which isn't too bad considering this is going to be a 1,300 square inch cage. I do have to factor in the cost of the glass, which I don't have yet. I haven't been able to get because we've just come out of a 2-week lockdown. I'm going to build the main part of the cage before I buy the glass though, just so I can get the exact measurements because I don't want it to be off at all. I don't want the glass to be overlapping or underlapping because that would be even worse. But the glass itself shouldn't be too expensive, I don't think. And I'll just be getting that from a local glass supplier. But the point is, I now have 90% of the materials I need for making the new enclosure, and then I just have to cut this down a little bit because this is from the Petri dish and it won't fit the new one. It's just a little bit too long, so I've got to cut that down. All this is going to be in video, don't worry. We're going to film this, it's going to have its own dedicated vlog. I can't tell you exactly when that's going to be coming. I don't think it'll be the next video, but it will be at some point. I'm going to film it as always, you're going to see the process, it's going to hopefully inspire you for your own enclosures, and yeah, then I can finally get a hamster again. We have now been without a hamster for 5 months. And I think this is now officially the longest I've been without a hamster in 10 years. I got my very first hamsters in December 2010, and it is now May 2021. Usually my time between hamsters is no more than like 1 or 2 months. I really don't think I've been this long without one in all that time. So it's weird. And it's probably not going to be for another month until I actually get one. So, I'm amazed that the channel has stayed afloat so well in that time, because for the last 10 years, I've been making predominantly hamster content. Like, most of my videos are hamsters. So to go this long without them and yet to still have people fully supporting me and basically, it's like you haven't even noticed there's not a hamster anymore. No one has asked me in ages when we're going to be getting the next hamster. Have you just forgotten? Is that a good thing? Maybe. I guess that means you're sticking around for me, which is cool and kind of like feel goody inside this bit, or in this bit, I suppose. So there's your little update on that. We are now 1 step closer to having a hamster rejoin the family, finally. And if you missed it, we are getting a Syrian this time because we've had a lot of dwarfs over the last couple of years, and I really miss having a Syrian and I need one back, so that's what we're doing. And I've already picked their name out. and I'm not telling you what it is. It's a surprise. If you enjoyed this video, please help support the channel in the algorithm by leaving a thumbs up and a comment down below. You can also come follow me on Instagram if you want to keep up with everything that's going on outside of YouTube. I update my stories most days with general life stuff, animals being cute, behind the scenes of filming, memes, and other such things. Also, if I have any big updates, I tend to post them on Instagram before I post them on YouTube, so if you want to get early access to things, it's the place to go. Also, check out my merch shop. There are new designs being added over the next couple of weeks and months, and I want to say a massive thank you to everyone who's been buying from there lately, because there's just been a surge of sales and it's helped a lot because we've had some vet bills lately that we weren't expecting. Unfortunately, Elizabeth managed to create a hole in her neck. We're not going into it. We don't. Yeah, it was a thing. So she had to get some vet treatment, and that helped a lot with that. So thank you. And apart from that, I guess I will see you guys whenever I see you. Who's a fly? Bye. Oh, that's the bin men outside, and I haven't put the bins out. Ooh.